Sure, I would do honestly.
Tea, no sugar. Tea cannot do my life. Tea, no sugar. No sugar. It's actually not as bad as some of you may think. It's also something that I'd recommend that certain people in the city of Cape Town start practicing, considering where they're going. You get used to it after a while. I know I said 8:30 people, but something else has come up, like something always comes up, and yeah, I have to be a few minutes early, well, 23 minutes early, but for once you can say I was early. Hoe gaan het? It's mos bitter koud, joh. And there's rain coming tomorrow, so die van julle wat sop maak, send me the invite. Honorable Iverson, goeienaand boeta. Kry hom Klase, wat sê jy bro? Yo, it's been an entertaining, call it 14 hours or so. It's been, Mr. Burton, salam alaikum. Yeah, I'm still going, Mr. Burton, in case you're wondering. Faika Wellman, how you doing? Meneer Lord Kilo Hendricks, the rapper from Mitchell's Plain. Ah, my kind is ook hier op die live. Moet jy wat maak hier nie, wat maak sy? Goeienaand, Lucinda. Hallo, Mr. Cornelius. Zainat and Adams, I've seen you twice in one day. Draak 'n bietjie te veel. Kykie. Yeah. We don't have an awful lot to talk about, but I'm going to give you something. The story's a little bit long and stretched, forgive me for it. Some of you heard it before. Hi Olivia. Auntie Cheryl. Maak van die kyk sê kos strand toe. Te koud daar. Ek het jou ge-inbox. My inbox weet nie, but I can't get into the messages. I don't know who's hacked it. Rowan, jou goeienaand bro. Ibrahim Joseph, salam masakin. So, just give it a minute. Just give it a minute. Let's just wait for some of the latecomers. Well, then technically not late. I think a whole lot of people are waiting for 8:30. But do me a favor, man. Those of you that are online, leave us a comment. Keep me entertained also. Chris Lesh, Mauriceburg is in the ice. Kiki, have you seen the way the branches in this party are popping up? I think we got the whole of the Western Province covered, to be honest. Have you seen how this party is growing? And you know what I love about the growth of this party? It's organic, man. We're not a party that is run on financial steroids. We are not a party that is funded by business. This is truly the people's party, man. It belongs to the people. It operates for the people. Well, I wouldn't say it's funded by the people, but you know what? You people took us an awful long way. You carried us when no one would have. You actually paid for the registration of this party. Something that I don't think any other party can say. I can tell you that out of the big 15 parties, let's call it big 15, that are represented in Parliament, this is one of the faster growing ones. And this is a party that's running on fumes. It's always run on fumes, and that's how I prefer it. And Skielik by you, awesome job, team. Awesome job. I mean, like, if you were to tell me a year ago that we'd have branches in Arniston, I would have told you were a madman. If you had to tell me we'd have a branch in Matsikama, I think you'll say, nah, go smoke something else. But here we are. And in spite of the haters, in spite of the liars, in spite of the paid social media influencers, here we are. Ons groei in jou gefriet in. And there's fuck all you can do about it. Like, sy kan maar brul soos 'n padda. Sy kan jou geel gefriet trek, net soos sy wil. Jou papwange kan op die grond gaan lê. This party is growing. And there's fuck all you can do about it. And now we're going to get to the part why the party is growing. Give me a second. Let me just sip my bitter tea. For those that are going to jail in the city of Cape Town, it's because I'm practicing with you. Bitter tea is what you're going to get used to. You're probably not going to get milk also. Milk is something that I'm trying to cut out, by the way. My lactose intolerance is just up there. So, guys, I don't know if you're watching, but the DA held its 25th anniversary in Hannover Park today. In a lock hall. Weg van die mense wat vir hulle gewout het. Too many deure. Don't let them in here. The unwashed masses, as some right-wing people would say. They don't want to interact with the people because they know that the people are dick with them. But here's the whole truth. There's a probable by-election coming down in Hannover Park, and the DA is testing the water. It's the only reason they took this election to Hannover Park, this 25th anniversary to Hannover Park. They were testing the water. And I think you learned today, Alan, that the colored people is dick of yous. We are dick of the DA, we are dick of the lies. I don't know if this thing just stopped. We don't want you in our areas. We don't want your councillors in our areas. We are dick of you. You know why? Because you don't service us, not fairly. You don't service us the way you service the rich areas. You put up our rates to cover the rich areas. And now, because of the NCC, colored people we are aware of the game that you people are playing. Now we're going to treat you with the same contempt that you've treated us. 25 years you've come to celebrate. Tell me something. When you people took over in 2020, or not 2020, did our areas get any better? Anybody on this live, tell me your area got better. Tell me. Now, if you're white, please tell me your area got better, because you'll be telling the truth. Did your area get better? Hannover Park? Pontiel? Manenberg? Mitchells Plain? Lavendale? Atlantis? Kraaifontein? Since the DA 18 years ago took control of your ward, your street, your city, did anything get better? Not for the colored people. You know what? It's maintained the white wards. For all white people have to moan about, you boys still have the tennis courts, the bicycle lanes, the best schools, the best play parks. They give us crumbs, scraps. They've got this plan to turn every colored area into a ghetto. Every one of them. Crystal Gross speaks about Blikkiesdorp, designed by the DA, abandoned by the DA. And they're here to celebrate in our areas. 25 years of white minority rule. 25 years of keeping us out. 25 years of segregation, of planned segregation. And they've come to celebrate. Then they've got Alderman Willie Oukamp trying to hand out cake outside, almost like Marie Antoinette of the French Revolution. Yeah, let them eat cake. Yeah, we couldn't give you services. Here's a piece of cake. We don't make your area any safer. Here's a piece of cake. We turned Hannover Park into a fucking red zone, but here's a piece of cake. You know how it ended for Marie Antoinette, don't you, Willie Oukamp? It ended with the French Revolution. The NCC brings you the colored spring. Yo, we're going to hurt you people at this election. God, we're going to hurt you people at this election. Not physically, obviously, politically. Vooraan nog 'n complaint naar die speaker toe gehad. Ek is al so dik van die. Anyway, so, while they're trying to give us cake, the NCC is at work. You see, this party has not grown because of promises, because of lies, because of food parcels. This party has grown because it has a dedicated team of activists that's on the ground every day, servicing our people, fixing what the DA is breaking, delivering every day. And this is what's hurting you. This party is going to go from a 3% party in 2021 to a Moorse party in 2026. No financial injection, no lies, just deliverables. Now here is where I want to take you. There's two places I want to take you, but here's the first one. I was in court today, Belleville Commercial Crimes, where the construction company and three others were before the court in relation to alleged fraud and corruption in the city of Cape Town. Now, these guys, I have it on very good authority from the plaintiff himself, my friend, my party member, Mr. Hanif Lunat, that these guys are in court on the basis of the forensic report Ek is hier 3% neefiets, dis 'n DA man, dis fokol van my nie staan nie. So, these guys are in court on the basis of the forensic report into tender 243Q. Now, that doesn't mean a whole lot for you. But you must understand where all this ties in. I'm going to take you through this story very, very slowly. So certain social media influencers who've already absolved these people, like the judges these days, can understand where this thing goes. So remember in 2017, our staircases on the Cape Flats were supposed to be upgraded. Fixed. Because the city's own engineers have condemned these staircases 8 years ago. Luister mooi, 8 jaar terug. The city's own engineers says these 3,000 staircases, 3,000, no, are a hazard. They are going to collapse. The city's engineer says this. The city applies for funding from national government. National government releases the funding, a cool 600 million rand, to fix 3,000 staircases. This is the first phase of it. The tender is put out and then cancelled. Now, I've got the email from the city manager where he says that he's unlawfully cancelled a critical staircase tender. Now, if you are aware of the fact that tons of concrete and twisted steel is going to come crashing down, maybe at any minute, why do you cancel such a contract? Perhaps the city manager can offer us some insight. I know he's on this live. He's taken me to court more times than I can count. Why do you cancel a contract that is critical? A contract that is put out because it will save people from injury and possible death. Please, Mr. Mbandezayo, explain to us. Well, you're not gonna, but you will answer. Trust me. So, when we start knocking on the doors, engaging with the mayor, when Hanif Lunat as well, doing his own thing on the other side, we've not tied up at the point. Dan Plato asked for an investigation into this. Now, the investigative unit in the city of Cape Town is SSIU, JP Smith's much vaunted Special Investigations Unit. This is a unit that Patricia de Lille, I think it was in 2017, said that, no, it's not 2017, it's 2015, said that this unit has gone rogue. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. It's up to all types of other kak. She tries to disband this unit. The DA gets rid of Patricia de Lille. You figure that out. They fire a mayor for trying to fix things. So SSIU was supposed to do an investigation into the theft, possible theft, of our 600 million rand. That was meant exclusively for the colored areas. That's where you find the flats. Okay. The city manager, again, Mr. Mbandezayo, says to the media in 2021, in June of 2021, I will release the report within 2 weeks. He'll give the report to the media within 2 weeks. Then he doesn't. He refuses to. Answer us this, Mr. Mbandezayo, and you can get as offended as you want to. Is it because when you open that report and you read who was implicated, you decided, fuck no, we can't show these people this? Is this why this report was shelved? Anyway. So, the city manager lies to the media. He doesn't give the report. Fine. NCC miraculously makes it into council. We start gunning about our staircases because these things are falling and people are getting hurt. Now, vergiet gereg heel brouwpadde wat sê 'n staircase hier en 'n staircase daar. It's 3,000 staircases. Servicing about 180,000 people. Die heel brouwpadde sê dat hy is die city's responsibility tot by jou voordeur. Like, he doesn't understand that the staircase en hy plek tussen die courts waar die lyne hang, all of it belongs to the city. And they have a duty to maintain all of this. Or maybe he doesn't understand, but geel brouwpadde, you know what I mean. So, at this point, we're fighting to get our staircases fixed. We demand that the mayor release the report. The mayor stands up in full council. The mayor says there's no fraud and corruption in this report. But I still won't give it to you. It's okay. can we have the BAC record? The mayor calls Kevin Jacoby in my presence, in the presence of Banzi Dambuza of the EFF. At the time it was Majingo, who's now DA, Neil de Beer. There's a handful of other people. And he says to Kevin Jacoby, release the BAC report to Councillor Adams. So shut. Because the BAC report will tell us exactly what's happening there. Jacoby doesn't release the report. Instead, I get an email from the speaker saying, no, we're not going to release the report. So that's like 4 cover-ups at this stage. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. The construction company is arrested for probable fraud or possible fraud or alleged fraud. The mayor stands up in council and says, no, the case has been withdrawn. I don't know why you would do that. The people was in court today. But then it gets worse than that. The city's legal department writes an email to the city manager, Mr. Mbanda Zoyo, saying you've got to blacklist the construction company because they are before the court and probably on the basis of the forensic report. Do you know what the city manager, Mr. Mbanda Zoyo, does? He overrules the legal department. He says the people have done nothing wrong. We will not blacklist them. Now, connect the dots today. The city manager, Mbanda Zoyo, unlawfully cancels our staircase contract. The city manager refuses to release the forensic report into the staircase contract. The city manager overrules the legal department and says these people have done nothing wrong. You connect those dots and tell me where we end up. Then it gets worse. The construction co, despite being in front of the court, is still working for the city of Cape Town at the time. Totally against every municipal law. So now we are asking, why are these guys getting this preferential treatment? As a matter of fact, Premier Alan Wynne, while these people were before the court, the Western Cape government gave them the Somerset tender. As we speak, the construction co is working at Grootske Hospital. Now, I ask you a question. If national guidelines say that Fadiel Adams has taken a teacup and he should be blacklisted and no further contracts must be given to him, that's what the city is supposed to do. That's what the province is supposed to do. Do they? No, they don't. But they are transparent. But they talk about good, clean audits, and they talk about clean audits, and they talk about accountability. 600 million rand stolen. Yesterday, a woman broke a leg in Manenberg on one of those condemned staircases. Now listen, the staircases are condemned by the city's own engineer, not by Fadiel Adams, not by an external entity, by the city's own internal engineer. And they are covering it up. Does the mayor need to go to court to explain himself? I certainly think so. Does the city manager need to go to court to explain himself? I think so. As a matter of fact, we're going to start pushing. But what I'm trying to say to you people is our staircase budget of 600 million was stolen. In our opinion, we believe it was stolen. We may be wrong. We are not judges. We are not absolving anyone. We are not going to find anyone guilty here. We're not like certain social media influencers who say anything for the e-wallet. What happened here is the staircase budget was cancelled, but not put back into the system, like the mayor said. He lied. The man's a liar. It was squandered. Now we go to court. Now we wait to hear what they say. But today, while we were at court, SSIU was at court. The same SSIU that did not bother, or did bother, to have a look at what happened to our staircase budget and did nothing about it. SSIU was at court. Why is SSIU at court? I'll tell you why they're at court. They came there to profile us. See who's there. See who can intimidate. See, hey bro, kyk hier, laat ek julle gou iets sê ouens. You can't intimidate us. It can't be done. We're happy to fight fire with fire. You might just say we must bring the fire. I'm going to move off from the staircase issue now. Now I want you to listen. And I want you to listen closely. People don't have an idea of how dirty the DA is. As we speak right now, my family is not at home. They've been moved into an undisclosed place in an undisclosed area. We are very secure. Don't you worry about that. Because there's big guy coming. But I can tell you now, I'm going to give as good as I get. Trust me when I tell you. What's going to happen now is going to shake the city. What's going to happen now? I expected it to happen last week. I can't control everything. What's going to happen now is going to show people exactly who the Democratic Alliance is, exactly what they are, and what they've always been. Nothing more than an extension of the National Party. Let me give you a hint. When they needed to drug our uncles and our fathers and our grandfathers 40 years ago, did they sell drugs themselves? They facilitated it. They got the stachis in. They used a man like Colin Stanfield, like Edward Kleinsmith. They used like Obzan, like 3-1. They used our own people against us. In the issue that's hanging over my head right now, they did the same thing. Maar ga jou kry, jou vuil tief. You see, I'm an easy omen. I'm very easy. You can ask the people that know me. But when it comes to the stage where you endanger the people around me, as the wys raak aan Fadiel sê, jou vuil vark. But moving off that quickly, because I don't want to give too much away. Tomorrow's the police portfolio meeting. Tomorrow's going to be lit. Tomorrow NCC will again show why it's the most efficient opposition in Parliament and in the country. And it's not even a matter that can be disputed. If you look at the relevance of our work, it's there. Police generals are being locked up. One party responsible, the National Coloured Congress. Very soon the Housing Department in the Western Cape, all of it, will be so deep in shit, no? They will hate the day when Tertius Simmons lied to us and forced us to start our own party. We're coming for everything you owe. And we're coming to finish it. This train can't be stopped. Whether you kill Fadiel, whether you smear his name, just not with fish oil like that smetterige, yellow, propada thingy, canala, just don't smear me like that. You must do what you need to do. There's already 1,000 like me, and we are ready for war. Now, if you had to tell me 8 years ago that the extremes we would have to go to, and the punches that we had to take in the process, and all the sacrifice that went into building this party, all the tears, all the blood, all the sweat, I would have told you this before. I'm walking. Luckily nobody did. And luckily we took it day to day. Now you gotta come. We are ready. Here's something happening. You can feel it. You can taste it. They know it. We've brought you the colored uprising. We gave colored resistance a name. You can call it the National Coloured Congress. We are 14 to 16 months away from an election. The election that will determine whether our sons live longer or whether they continue to die at the age of 42. You get ready for war. We didn't call this war. We rise in defense of the colored child. Have a good night, guys. Be safe. I'll see you soon.
Nothing. Sure, I would do honestly.